welcome to my channel, Fred Makes Things. It is currently 5 o'clock in the morning because I couldn't sleep because this project has plagued me. So this is the third time I've tried filming this. The first one was me trying to walk through it with you while I learned myself. The second time was me giving you a really convoluted explanation, and because I just wanted to get to doing the main project. But working on that main project yesterday for almost the entire day has made me realize I needed to redo these videos and approach them in a different way. So here we are, 5 o'clock in the morning, because I can't sleep because this is bothering me. So hopefully if I walk you through this, I might be able to crawl back into bed and get a couple of hours of sleep. Anyway, so today I am continuing on with my second part of my vintage tile craft series. Part one was unboxing the tile craft box, right? All of these glass beads, porcelain beads that make coasters and decorative mats and things like that. So today I'm going to show you the two main techniques that they do. We've got this technique here, which is called the single needle method for even rows. I will explain that in a second. And then the other one is the, I don't know if it's in frame. There we go. Oh no. There we go. Two needle method for odd rows. So I'm going to put these beads up here for now. Ugh. So what the single needle method for even rows basically means is that if your project that you're doing, right, is an even number, like going up and down the rows, if it ends in an even number, you should do method one. If your projects end in a odd number, like this dragon here, you should do method two. And that's just to allow for your beads, right, for your pattern to work itself out. So I'm going to show you first the single needle method for even rows, and then I will show you the two needle method for odd rows. I'm going to kind of explain it my own way now that I've worked it out, rather than following the instructions. So the instructions give you an A, B down here, right? They give you an A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, right? And then they show you J, K, and on and on and on. So basically what they mean is that to start your project, you're going to have 3 columns, right? 3 columns. You have column A, which will be green, column B, which will be yellow, and column C, which will be blue. I've also, I don't know if it'll be easy to tell on camera or not, but I've also differentiated my 2 needles. I've put a little bit of tape on this needle, and this needle is going to be bare, and you'll see why in a second. So what they say to do is to cut, well, I'm guessing what they mean to do is that you cut about a 5-foot long piece of cord to start with. And then you put needles on both sides of the same cord, so your cord ends down here, and that has a reason for it. Next, you take a bead from column A, which will be the green one, and a bead for column C, which will be the blue one. You put them on each needle and you thread it all the way to the bottom. So you have, right, a green and a blue side by side. Then you put your column B color, right, or bead, which is going to be yellow, on both needles to secure column A and column C. So you have column A, column B, column C. Then you do that again. Do I remember which needle was which? No, I do not. Okay, so my needle with a little bit of pink tape on it is column C. It honestly, it doesn't really matter, but for demonstration purposes, we'll pretend. And then we do another one for column A, one for column C, and then one for column B. Now this is just starting your project, and there you go. So you can kind of see how the shape is starting to take effect. And we do that for one more grouping for the example. So that's like that. Green for column A, blue for column C, yellow for column B. Just like that. So we have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I. All right. And then they wanted me to take okay. I did it wrong again. Okay, we'll take I off. Actually, no, we won't. I'm doing it my way. Okay. So here we go. And we'll do one more, even though the instructions don't say to do it, but whatever. Column A, column C, we put them on, we bring them down, we got our, there we go. And then, because this is the single needle method, we're going to take our thread for column, oh, it's backwards. Our thread for column C, we're going to tie it off with column A, or the other thread. Just do a simple knot. And then we cut that. And then we're done with our first needle. And now we're going to continue with column A's needle. The yellow. And that's for the top. Then we're going to move on to our next row, which will be red. So this is to start our next row, which goes beside the blue row. So you got I, you've got J, and then J comes into, oh, we're going this way. And you bring it down into your first bead. column C, just like that. Then you'd grab your next red and slide it into your second bead of column C. Getting started is always the hardest part. Second row, then your third, grab your third red bead, you slide it into the hole of your third bead on column C, and then your fourth. All right. And then you grab your next section of beads, which will be light brown. I'm making a mess. And you do the exact same method, working your way back to the top. So you string right brown, go through your red, string your next brown, go through your next red bead, then your next red or brown, alternating between brown and red, right? So you grab a brown, string it through your existing red or column D all the way to the top, just like that. And we'll do one more row, we'll do a green. So we'll grab our green, string it through to the brown. All right, turning is always the most difficult. There we go, another green, through the second brown one, another green, through the third brown one, and your last green. Through your fourth brown one. And then so on and so forth. So you would start your next row, and then you'd come down and back and down and back. And then to finish this off, just run this through a few of your beads, find a nice tight point and knot it. And there you go. That is A for even rows. Okay, now I'll show you the 2 needle method for odd rows. Before I do that, I'm just going to reiterate that, actually I don't know if I said it at all. I'm using the original needles that came in the kit and the original thread along with the original beads. When I get to doing my actual project in the next video, I will explain why these beads are so great and why they're also so awful. But that's for the next video, so tune in for that. Okay, so to start this one, again, I'm just using this thin, small piece of string. I can, if I need to, I'll add to it, but I don't want to start a new long piece of string just for a demonstration, so I'm going to do a short one. So to start it, it's exactly the same as before. You take a bead from column A, which will be green, a bead from column B, which will be blue, and a yellow for column, actually blue is column C, the yellow is column B. Okay, the green is the one with the pink. This actually will be more important than last time. So column A, column C, column B. column A, column C, column B. So you do your right bead, your left bead, and then your middle bead, right? It's twisted. So backwards. So right bead, left bead, middle bead. Column A, column C, column B. And then we'll do one more row. I like the 2-needle method, actually. You'll see why in a second. So we've got 1, we've got 2, bring them through. Okay, so now we have our first 3 rows started. All right, now we're going to move on to the red row. So what we're going to do is we're going to let the thread for column 3, the blue column, sit, and we're going to work with the needle and thread for column A. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this needle, put it through column C, right through the top blue bead there. And then we are going to grab a red bead and then slide it through just like before. Grab a red thread, a red bead, slide it through. It's okay if everything's a little loose. It will be in your first one, or in your first rows. What did I just do? Oh, it twisted. Shoot, okay. And then one last one. And then you slide it through your bottom one. And then pull. If you pull both sides, everything will tighten up and it'll look just like that. Okay, I don't have enough string to come back around comfortably, so I am going to attach another piece of string. How I do this is I just rub the 2 sides together, like the old string and the new string, and then I make a little knot. And then I cut off the excess so nothing sticks out. Just like that. Okay, so you still have this hanging out here, right? For your blue, you're just still going to leave that for now, and we're going to go to our brown color. Oh, first we're going to thread the needle. Now I did a short on how I thread needles, but this isn't how normally, but I tried to do it my method, and for the first time ever, the thread is too thick for the needle head, so, or for the eye, so I can't do it that way. But it's a pretty stiff fabric or thread, so it doesn't really matter. Still holds together. All right, so now we're on here. We're going to grab our brown, string it into our red, just like our first technique does. Pull it tight. Take a brown bead, thread it through our second red, pull it tight. Then our third brown, through our third red, pull it tight. And then our fourth brown, through our, oh, our fourth brown sits on top. just like that. Pull it all tight. Okay, and now we're going to leave that needle sticking out of the brown alone, and we're going to grab the needle and thread from column C that we had left sitting, and we're going to do some more green, it looks like. So we take our thread from column C, run it through the brown. This locks that in place basically. Then we grab one of the green, thread it through right your second brown one. Another green, thread it through your third brown one, and your last green, and you thread it through your fourth brown one. Pull everything nice and tight. See, that's kind of sticking out. We'll hide that later maybe. And there you go. And then just like before, we take this, grab some yellow, work our way back to the top. So we got yellow, sliding into green, right, another yellow, slide that into the next green. Oops. Okay. I'm making a mess. Okay, second yellow, third yellow, slide it into the green, slide it in backwards because my thread is so short. I don't normally let my thread get this. Why don't you go in? I don't normally let my threads get so short, but I'm going to end it after this. So I don't want to start a new one. Okay. And then our last yellow. Like so. Make sure everything is tight. And then for this, it's just simple knotting at the top. Just like that. Okay, so to reiterate this technique, we start with column A, column B, or sorry, column A, column C, column B, right? We string two together, we put a yellow on, we string two more, another yellow, two more, another yellow, two more, and we're done. Then we come from here, we leave the blue thread alone, we take the green one, we put it into the blue one, and then we string the blue, the red, the blue, the red, the blue, the red, the blue. Using that same thread, we take it, we come back up, we go the brown, the blue, or brown, red, brown, red, brown, red, brown, and then we leave that one to dangle. We take the thread that we had left dangling here, work it in. So we're alternating, right? So we're alternating thread A, thread B, thread A, thread A, thread B, thread A. So then if I hadn't cut this off, we could start with thread B, right back in. So we could take the long thread that we have and work it, because this is thread B, right? We have thread A, thread B. Actually, this is thread B, yeah. Thread A, thread B, thread A, thread B. So if I wanted to continue, right, I could take this, do one more row with it, but I've already cut it off, so there's no point. So there you go. Two different techniques. Yeah, I hope this makes sense. I hope when I go back to edit it, it has some sense of something, some sort of understanding. Part C is going to be part C, part 3. I don't know how I've labeled these, but anyway, the next video in this series is going to be making the dragon, which is very exciting. I've already spent, I don't know, 6-7 hours working on it, and I tore it all apart to start over again. So that's going to be exciting, and in the next video. All right. If this isn't clear, let me know in the comments, and I'll try to do another video that is a bit more clear. When I start the dragon, again, I'm going to walk through the 2 needle method one more time as I start the rows to hopefully help it make sense. The main point is that you do all of your row, no matter how long it is, first, right? So you do the entire, not row, the entire column. So say like column A, this green column, is 25 lines long, right? You would do you would do 25 beads before you come back down and go into the next row, and then up and then down. So you're working on entire columns at a time, working your way across your pattern. All right, well, I'm going to let you go and probably start on my dragon because I'm still not tired. I am tired, but I'm not tired, you know, that kind of thing. Anyway, like I said, let me know if I need to be more clear and I need to redo this video, because I will, if it needs it. Thanks for watching, and look for part 3 coming soon. It's going to be soon. I'm not going to let it sit for too long. So I'm not sure exactly when I'm going to be posting it, but it's going to post within a week or 10 days of this video. Okay, thanks for watching if you lasted this long, and I'll talk to you again soon. Bye!